Hey, goodness to you. It's Sporty King, and welcome to Gift Friday. And I always say goodness because I don't know whether you're watching morning, afternoon, or evening. But isn't it great to have good in front of your salutation? Look, I'm on early. I try to come on 5 minutes before the broadcast. And especially since I changed the broadcast time this week, and I had to have, and I think I might have to, I'll keep with doing that. I'll see. But I needed the extra 15 minutes today. I needed the extra 15 minutes today to get something done. And so that's what I was able to do. And that's also why I try to come on 5 minutes early, whether I'm doing my broadcast on Friday or as you know, I do that on Wednesday with my Glue Wednesday broadcast as well. Because people have something planned and then it's like, oh wait, I need to adjust. So that's why I'm on early, and nobody's actually on early with me right now. Listening to this. So you're hearing this on the broadcast, excuse me, on the tape, but that doesn't matter because in fact, it still gives you a tech tip. And that's what I like to do as well, as often as possible. Give people tech tips, especially us old school people. Nope, let me take that back. As I said especially us old school people. But then I thought about it. I said the reason I said the old school because we have to. I want us to be comfortable with technology and get in the habit of how to use it. But I think I realized that I need to also say that to our young school people because you have to know how to effectively use it as well. It's how you present is not always and write is not always the same as how you speak. And then also, our younger generations, hey, you're still in school, you're learning presentation skills, you're learning public speaking skills. So these tips would also be good for you in that vein. So I'm glad I said that out loud. Excuse me, so I can remind myself to share the message with everybody. Okay, I got a comment from somebody. Oh, good. You know what? It didn't show me that. Hey, what's going on? Oh, my toast. Speaking of public speaking, my Toastmaster niece, Queen Walker, coming in from LinkedIn. And I usually don't give the shout outs on Friday too. That's also why I did. So glad to see you. Thank you. Also coming in from LinkedIn. What's going on? Coming in from Chicago, Anthony. Good grace day to you too. I like that. Grace, Grace. God rewards and creates empathy. And see, that's what, we got less than 3 minutes for today's message. But grace is God rewarding you and helping you create the understanding for someone else. So that's why I created that affirmation, grace. And I tell you, you know what? You've always heard that saying, you can't make this stuff up, right? Today's message has a touch of grace in it. So absolutely, thank you for that, Anthony. And I'm gonna put my queen up there once again, and my niece. And it's so good to see you as well. Hey, I'm on, and we're on like popcorn. Less than 2 minutes for today's message, and so thank y'all for hanging in there, waiting with me. Because I again, since I said 11:15, we'll see what goes on. Wow. WOW with our words. Yeah, God just gives you stuff, and you end up using it. Look at you'll see my meme post today, both on Facebook and LinkedIn, about words, WORDS, what others remember and digest, strengthen spirits. When your words are positive, you lift people up. But when your words are negative, WORDS becomes what others remember, destroy spirits. So you have to ask, what are your words doing? And Anthony, you gave me a word, and bam, God was able to say, here's what I want you to do, and transfer that word. And so we got less than a minute for today's message. And that's what we do. We have to wow one another by sharing the word with our words, which also becomes with our spirit. All right. So anyway, so let me get ready to move on and get this thing going. I'll get that out of there. Cool. And then I'll come back and do shout outs and thanks at the end, because normally on Fridays I don't, but that's, again, I try to do something different every time, as often as possible, and making things happen. All right. So here we go. Oh, it's not. Look at me trying to be up there. It is. I knew it was a minute to go. Anyway, so great. Look, hey, Welcome to Gift Friday. If this is your first time, by the way, and if you're watching the video, I created Gift Friday because so often we hear TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. But I say, what allure does Friday have to the person who took the last breath on Thursday? Or any day before that, for that matter. So I use what I learned through Psalm 92:2, and that is, it is good to proclaim your unfailing love in the morning, your faithfulness in the evening. Therefore, instead of TGIF, I use TGIT. Not thank God it's Thursday, but thank God it's today. And then TGIT, thank God it's tonight. And that allows me to also add another scriptural reference that I use, and that is from Matthew 6:34. So don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Thank God it's tonight. Today's trouble is enough for today. Thank God it's today. You see, darkness always precedes the light. So TGIT, thank God for today. Thank God for tonight. So consider instead another use of TGIF. Excuse me. A little choked up about giving the message, I guess. But consider another use for TGIT. Instead of thank God it's Friday, how about trusting God is free? Trusting God is free. Think about it. What does it cost for you to be blessed with the greatest gift of any day? And that is the gift of waking up. Doesn't cost you a dime. And that still moves us into realizing that when we look at TGIF and we move that T from the front to the end, we get GIFT, and what we need to be giving God thanks for every day. And that is the gift of another day to wake up. And so that's why Gift Friday, GIFT, is my online sharing of one of my original poems and its possible uses to inspire audiences online and in person, or even in your spirit. So each poem will be my gift to you, but sometimes I don't read a poem. Sometimes I read an inspirational message that I've created. So here you hear me share and read this week's gift. And then if you like a copy of it, you can just let me know. If you're on Facebook or LinkedIn and you're already on my email list, and you're not on my email list, and I'll put that at the end, you'll be able to send me a request at sporty@sportyking.com. If you're on YouTube, I want you to put that in the comments, not in the thread, because the thread gets erased when the broadcast is over, but in the comments there, I'll have it there. If you're already on my mailing list, you can just put it in the thread and I'll send you a copy if you'd like. But this week's share is actually about choices. It's about choices. And okay. And it's God is for today, right? Just a reminder of that. It's about choices, and it's an open letter written to inspire a group of ex-offenders and public aid clients in a life skills training class. This is, God, years ago when I was in Chicago. Anyone interested in being a leader or moving toward personal success must know how to have a focus that does not accept the role of being a victim or a failure. You never have to quit. You make good choices and decisions based on who you are, where you want to go, and how you intend to get there. So be responsible for your success. Now, I don't remember the details, yet during one class, a participant decided to challenge me when I told him or someone else that they could leave if they didn't like the way that I conducted the class. I do remember that he opened his challenge by stating that I was supposed to be motivating them and giving me his idea of how he expected that to look, since he had been in programs like this before. But see, my belief that was, if he'd been in programs like this before, he shouldn't be here as a participant with his mindset. So what I did, so we had discussion and he didn't leave. I don't remember the details, but he challenged me. I came right back at him and we got through all of that stuff. And so the next day when we came to class, I had gone home and I wrote this letter, and I opened the class by reading this letter to them about what had just happened yesterday. And the title of the letter is, "You Can Leave." You can leave. You see, we hear the same messages over and over again. It's not until our messenger delivers it that we get it. And 9 out of 10 times, we can't get it unless we're open and willing to receive it. This class is not designed to tell you what to do. If I tell you what to do, I have to take responsibility for what you do. As long as I'm responsible for what you do, you can't grow beyond what I decide. Now, when I offer you options, I empower you to be responsible for your actions. Thus, the results you get to take credit for, and you begin to grow beyond what you've decided. You find out how hard or easy it is to take the next step. If you decide that it's a hard step to take, you review what was hard about it. You think about what parts gave you the most trouble and you try to figure out what you have to do to get past them. You allow yourself to be honest with yourself about how hard you really tried and how badly you really want to succeed. You then decide, excuse me, what success looks like. It doesn't have to look like the end result. It only has to look like one step better than the last. If you decide it's easy, it's because you did the hard work and should give yourself credit. Now is not the time to lighten up. Whatever comes easy could easily be the start of something hard. Be honest with yourself and repeat the hard steps that made your success seem easy. You've had many choices taken away from you. I've chosen not to take away another. It's time for you to make the adjustment toward freely choosing. The more you choose, the better you get at making choices. And as you get better, you motivate yourself toward the next choice. The key to choosing is to be open to receive. When you decide something will work for you, you commit to doing what it takes to show that you're in charge. If you come to the program deciding you don't want to be here and that it's a waste of your time, you'll miss every opportunity to get some use from it. If you come here having decided that you don't want to be here, but it beats your other option, you choose to put yourself in position to get something that will benefit you and open up the opportunity to get more because you came looking for it and knowing what you want. When you come here because you want to, you recognize that activity beats inactivity. And the only way to move forward is to get out. Get out of your home, get out of your box, get out of your mindset that says you don't have a choice, because you do have a choice. Someone here is going to say or do something that helps you. You see, whenever you choose to be, wherever you choose to be, do something that helps you. And that's why you need to know you can leave. And thank you. So thank you for enjoying Gift Friday. And remember, if you like a copy and you're on Facebook or LinkedIn, but you're not on my mailing list, then email me the request at sporty@sportyking.com. Tech tip, why? Because if you're not on my mailing list, since I send it as an attachment, your security might not let it go through because it'll see it as spam. If you send me an email requesting it, then when I send you it, I will be responding to your request, and now your security will let it go through. Not just with me and you, but whenever you're doing that and somebody sends you an attachment, or when you're sending someone an attachment. If you're on YouTube, again, put your request in the comments, not in the thread, okay? But one thing that you always have to remember is that you can stay. I want to put that there. You can leave, but you can always choose to stay, because that's what God's love is all about. God is for today. Thank you for joining me in Gift Friday, and thank you for being the gift to me and whomever else you're a gift to. Let me quickly go down and say my hi. Okay, Anthony, yep, you're on my mailing list. No problem. I'll get that out to you. What's going on, Christian Turner? Exactly. And this is one of my, now he's a grown up, you know, but it was one of my students at Purdue. At my Haraka Writers Poetry Ensemble. So good to see you, Christian. Man, it's always good to see you. And Friday is awesome. Yes, Gift Friday is awesome. And it's always good to see you. Oh, Anthony, you got a different, is that a different email? I have your address, Anthony. I was going to just send it to you as an attachment in LinkedIn. But meanwhile, I think I'll double check it. If I don't have your email address, I'll definitely put it in my contacts, because I know that's where a lot of times where we're going back and forth is on LinkedIn. All right. But P.S., by the way, the other reason I do the clicks on the names, because as it turns out right now, everybody who said a comment is on LinkedIn. But anybody who's watching on Facebook would then see the comments. You wouldn't see them unless I click on the name and the link. And then YouTube, goodness, YouTube, same thing. But the funny thing is, if I answer somebody on YouTube, it won't show up on LinkedIn and Facebook. Man, you learn all of these things. But excellent message. You can do that. Okay. Yeah. I can send it in LinkedIn. Okay. But thank you. Yeah. And that's why I say, even though recognize that, like I said, when I wrote that message, I was writing it to some public aid recipients in a job skills training program. But notice in my intro on the to the broadcast, I had put that it's about choices. And then as I talked about it in the letter, it's about leadership. So you, as a leader, in fact, that's how I opened it, what I said. Oh, yeah. In fact, let me close by rereading what I said in the opening. This share is about choices. It's an open letter to inspire a group of ex-offenders and public aid clients in a life skills training class. But anyone interested in being a leader or moving toward personal success must know how to have a focus that does not accept the role of being a victim or failure. You never have to quit. You make good choices and decisions based on who you are, where you want to go, and how you intend to get there. Be responsible for your own success. I'm going to let it end there, and thank you once again. God bless y'all, and have a wonderfully safe weekend. I believe we don't have any holidays this weekend. Or is it next weekend is Columbus weekend, right? Yeah. Oh, no, I do it. Yeah, this weekend is Columbus Day weekend. Or Columbus. So Monday is Columbus Day. Have a good Columbus weekend. God bless you all, and take care. And there you go. Thank you from Christian. A double thank you. Okay. Sometimes the thing hits twice. All right. One with a capital T, one with a small, all lowercase thank you, and one with capital letters. Those are called initial caps. I love that from my Wall Street Journal classified advertising day. I got to get out of here. I'll have such a good time. All right, y'all. Take care and stay up. Peace.